issues regarding elections and disqualifications. We have been joined on the line by Mr. Kofi Dzakpasu. He's the head of communications for the Electoral Commission. And we want to put some of these questions to him. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good afternoon.
Has the national headquarters of the Electoral Commission received the final list of all persons who have gone through or sailed through successfully to contest in the parliamentary elections this year?
Thank you very much and good afternoon. Not that I know of immediately as we speak.
Okay, but what is the information you've gathered from across the country with regard to the parliamentary aspirants who intend standing this year?
Yeah, the last time I checked, nominations have been completed at the parliamentary for all the constituencies, and the nomination forms and the persons who are successfully filed their nominations are with the returning officers at the district offices of the Electoral Commission, awaiting balloting at the national level to determine the positions of the various candidates on the ballot paper before the submission of their nomination papers and particulars to the head office of the Electoral Commission.
Right. When does the EC intend to pay your timetable? When do you intend to get the final list? And that aside, are you also going to announce to the people who may not have made the final list?
Oh, thank you very much. You know, the filing of nomination is a constituency-based activity.
Okay.
It's a constituency-based activity because when you take the parliamentary, we have 275 constituencies in this country, and every constituency has a returning officer. But when you take that of the presidential, the entire country is one constituency,
right,
with the chairperson of the Electoral Commission as the returning officer. So the presidential nominations are all submitted at the
constituency level,
at the headquarters of the Electoral Commission. So immediately it is easy to come out with a short list of persons who have successfully filed their nominations,
okay,
and those who haven't gone through. But when you go to the various constituencies, it's a combination of different political parties, party candidates and independent candidates in different constituencies. So the list of persons who have gone through successfully would be at the constituency centers, where the notices of nomination will be posted for everybody to see those who have gone through, and then their subscribers. Okay. Now the summary of the list is submitted to the national headquarters of the Electoral Commission.
Okay.
And you see,
no, go on.
Now, when we talk about the nomination process, we have receiving and then acceptance.
Okay.
You know, on a stated day, within a stipulated period, candidates are expected to submit their nomination forms together with all the necessary requirements. Now, when this is done, at the point in time that the submission is made, the returning officer receives and indicates the time that it was received. Then the vetting, as we call it, begins.
Okay.
Now, when the returning officer goes through, and at the end of the day, the candidates have satisfied all the requirements, then the nomination form is accepted, and that makes the candidate valid. But in the event that there is an omission or a correction needs to be done within the stipulated period, that is 29th or 30th of September, in this case, the returning officer notifies the candidate for the prospective candidate to make the necessary amendment.
Okay.
Now, having made the amendment, it is sent again to the returning officer within that period. Now, when the returning officer takes another look at the form and there are still grounds to render that form invalid, the returning officer is supposed to notify it at the back of the returning of the nomination form and submit it to the commission, where you make a determination on it within 7 days.
Right.
Now,
right.
In this particular year, we are dealing with a peculiar situation in the sense that we receive the nominations minus the filing fee because of the case pending in court. Okay.
All right.
So let's take it that it was Monday that the filing fees were received at both the presidential and then the parliamentary levels.
Okay.
So one would expect that as we speak, where there are grounds for invalidating a particular form, the returning officers would indicate it and then submit it to the commission. And within the period, the commission is supposed to make a determination.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the clarity you have put to the issue. Mr. Kofi Dzakpasu is the head of communications for the Electoral Commission.